In today's episode of Thinking Thin, we're going to make some jelly sweets that are almost calorie free. To make the jelly sweets, we're going to need a few things. A latte whisk or any other battery operated whisks, some molds, some flavouring, whatever you like. I'm using raspberry and elderflower, gelatins, real gelatin, the Cambridge mixer mousse, and the veg gels are particularly good, especially if you're going to use a small mould, as these come out the molds much easier. So just make a little bit of space. And let's now start by getting some boiling water. We want around about 200-250 mils. We're making a very strong jelly mix here. So you don't want it too dilute because otherwise it goes more jelly-like than sweet-like. So I'm using here just over 200 mils, close to 250 mils. I'm going to be using the veg gel because it comes out of these smaller molds easier. If you're going to use a bigger mold or a dish, then you can use almost any of the other gelatins as long as it doesn't have any calories in. So whisk this up until it's dissolved in hot or boiling water. It really doesn't matter with these little powdered sachets. If you're using gelatin sheets, and you're going to need boiling water and possibly having to dilute it in a pan. Okay, so I'm just going to get this dissolved. Takes a few seconds with the whisk. Now I'm going to take some water flavouring. As I say, any low-calorie flavouring. I'm using the Cambridge raspberry and elderflower. And if you're using that, you want around about a teaspoon. The level 5 ml teaspoon will do. You don't want it too strong, but you want a good firm flavour. Again, whisk this in until all the flavouring dissolves. If you're using a liquid flavouring, again, just make sure it doesn't contain any calories. There's a lot of them out there based on syrups, and you don't want to add any calories into a diet treat. Once this is all whisked in, it's just as simple. Make sure that a mixture is uniform and then pour it into the molds. These will then be popped into the fridge for around about an hour if you're using the veg gelatin, as it sets so much quicker than a normal gelatin. If you're using mixer mousse and normal gelatin, you'll probably want around about 2 hours minimum in the fridge. So yeah, just fill up all the molds and add them to the fridge. And then an hour or two later, you've got yourself some jelly sweets. These can be kept in the fridge and will last a good few days, depending on how many you make. The 200-250 mils are likely to make around about 12 to 15 jellies of this size. Each jelly, depending upon the gelatin that you're using, will probably contain around about 1, maybe 2 calories each. So in this whole batch that I've just made here, that's going to be around about 10 to 15 calories. So after an hour or so in the fridge, here you have them. Now just pop over the mold onto a plate and pop them out. It's very easy in these silicone molds, especially if you've used the veg gel. If you've used normal gel or mixer mousse, you may need to dip the molds into hot water for about 30 seconds just to loosen them so that they come out. But they should pop out nice and easy and ready for you to enjoy. As I say, very low calories and a nice treat to have when you're just feeling a bit peckish. So if you want to see more of these types of videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.